Kia ora, ocean anglers. So I've been out the past 2 days, pretty much found where the fish are, found where the big ones are, found where the small ones are, and discovered when they're biting the best. So on Tuesday I went out to this middle grounds here, around this area here, and there's plenty of fish, there's plenty of bait fish. I fished them on Tuesday and they were mostly small snapper. So that's what happened on Tuesday. Yesterday I drove past the workups in action in this area here and ended up out on one of my favourite places, which is around here, and we now call it Patience Bank. And we call it Patience Bank because you have to be patient to catch the fish there. And we drifted along here with jitterbugs and sliders, and we were catching snapper probably every 10 minutes or so, just one every now and then, but they were good sized ones, not the giant ones we were looking for, but certainly nice size snapper up to 10 pounds kind of deal, so a lot bigger than the ones in this area here. So if you go here, this is a really good area, but you really need calm conditions because it's quite far out and you get the tide running through the Colville channel here, which makes it a high current area, which can also be very rough. So you pretty much want wind going with tide and make sure it's not too rough when you go there. But a fantastic area, and you don't need any sign. We don't look for sign or birds, we just do drifts in this area onto the bank. If you use the Navionics sonar charts one, let me see if I can do it. Let's have a look. Hang on a minute. Where are we? Is it going to do it? No. It's not going to. Hang on, one more try. Oh, here we go. Hang on a minute. So there it is there. So this is called Patience Bank. This is the one I'm talking about. So we drift on the it was outgoing tide, so we want to drift up the bank here. So we drift up here, because this is where the snapper should be hanging out, on the light pressure side of the bank. On the incoming tide, we fish at this side. So all around this area here, Patience Bank, great spot for big snapper. I've caught plenty of big snapper on this bank here, and don't tell too many people, but I'm telling you right now, this area here can be fantastic. So that's called Patience Bank. That's where it is. That's Channel Island. That's Patience Bank right there. So a good spot to go to. So we fished there for a few hours before the crew got a bit impatient and wanted to go home because they were late. And on the way back, we came into this area here. So now it was a bit later in the day, about 5:36, and all the boats had gone home. And guess what? The area was alive. The workups were much more intense than during the day, and the snapper were bigger as well. There was 2 whales there feeding. There was dolphins. It was real dynamite workup fishing now. Unfortunately, we only had about 2 snapper left to catch before we binned out, so we caught a couple in real quick succession, which were good size fish now, which were 5, 6, 7 pounders in the workups, you know, one after the other. So which makes me, well, now I know the bite time out here for these workups where everyone's been fishing is later on the day, about 5:30. It just went mental. So that's the spot you want to go to. What was working here, or anything you drop down, was workup fishing. What was working out here, we actually had the pink and white slider and the orange slider and the orange jitterbug out here. So yeah, really good fun fishing. So if you get a chance to get out there, make sure you get out there, because the fishing is still continuing to be out wide really quite good. Thanks for listening.